I'm here with Kyle Wiens, the CEO of iFixit. They're the teardown kids. They're the people who, when the new phones and devices come out, actually pull them apart, as is happening here, and tell you actually what's inside them. Now, Kyle, first off, I believe you're providing this amazing free service to all of us media here. Yes, tell us about it.
Well, we figured reporters work hard and batteries don't last very long at the show. And so if we could provide relief to some people with these degraded batteries and do swaps while we're here, we're happy to do it.
So you're prepared to actually give people here in the media batteries and install them in their phones?
Right. Well, we're going to be here. We're going to be here all week swapping batteries for people. Yeah. So this is, this is like triage. This is your battery is on its last legs, and you need it to get through the rest of the week. And the manufacturers will say they're the only ones that can do it, but they don't nearly have the capacity. There isn't an Apple store in Vegas that can handle the volume of what needs to happen here at CES.
Now, of course, what I really want to have a chat to you about is 5G and how it's going to affect the handsets, what they look like, how they operate, their battery life. Now, one of the first things we've thought is that 5G handsets are going to have much bigger aerials and therefore may not be as aesthetically thin as the existing ones. Right. Is that the case, or is that a bit of a myth?
Well, I think certainly they're going to be pulling more power, and so if you have the same size battery, what's going to happen is the battery just isn't going to last as long. Or you go to a thicker phone to keep the old battery life, and then you got a thicker device. So, but certainly the first gen 5G is going to be pulling a lot more power than the 4G phones.
So battery life's going to be a bit circumspect. We're going to have to see because of that increase in power. But what about the size of the batteries? I mean, when the 4G phones first came out, they had big batteries. They looked a bit awkward.
Right.
But are we going to see a repeat of that or not?
It'll be interesting to see. Either they're going to put big batteries in them, or the phones are going to have batteries that don't last very long. So one or the other.
How long do you think it's going to take before you get your hands on a 5G phone to pull it apart? There's a few around here at CES, I believe, like Verizon's talked about it, but getting your hands on them, let alone tearing them apart, might be a tall order. What do you think?
We'll go to the floor. We'll go to them and say, "Hey, that's a great phone. Can we take it apart?" And they get real protective, and so we have to go and we buy phones at retail. That's why a lot of times we're in Australia, because the phones come out sooner in Australia than they do in the U.S. So we will find out. I'm hoping. I think it'll probably be beginning of Q2 that we'll probably be seeing some of these phones out there, and the first one we can get our hands on, we'll be taking apart and showing what's inside.
Are there any networks here that are capable of supporting these phones?
AT&T says that they've got some networks that are rolling out that are capable. I think it's hype. I think it's going to be in very small areas. Personally, I'm going to be waiting a little while to jump on the 5G bandwagon till the chipsets are a little bit more energy efficient and they have broader coverage. But I'm certainly interested in geeking out on the technology, because it's definitely the future.
Well, Kyle Wiens, we always love your teardowns in Australia to see the ins and outs of phones particularly, and all the hidden bits about what their batteries are really like and what their processes are like. So thank you very much for your time here, and happy battery swapping.
Thank you. And we got the new battery just about out of this one, so you should get them pulling the...
My God, I wish I'd brought all my own old phones across here to CES. I would have had them.
This is the exciting part. The question is the adhesive going to pull off in one piece or not?
All right, well, we'll see.
It's the moment of tension.
Be careful about how you talk about my phone over there.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks.